I would say the Steel Series.
Steel Series, honestly.
Steel Series.
I'd definitely sit with the Steel Series.
By far.
Definitely the Steel Series.
If I had to pick one of these to pick up in game right now, it's going to be the Steel Series.
Gamers prefer our headsets. Find out why at steelseries.com.
So, knife round, as I said, was live already, and we have a 3v1 already. Gobi trying to defend himself. But it's not much. There was no strategical approach, so you haven't missed anything on that. 1-0. Copenhagen Wolves get to choose a side. Let's see what they go for. They will stay, of course. That will adjust the score. Looks like the underdogs are performing quite nice today. Yeah, sorry for not showing the knife round. But we weren't noticed when the knife round started, so I knew that the game was starting when the knife round started. So we had to still play a few trailers that you just saw, and I think those trailers give you a little glimpse of the production value that we try to put up right now. Of course, you know, every new league has new admins, new casters. Nobody or a few people know each other, but you know, you have to kind of work out the weak spots to get the production more fluent and all that. And it's still early in the league. We are still working to get the production to where we want it to be, and it's getting better by the second. You can judge it yourself. It's just amazing to see those matches. Now, Mouz, Copenhagen Wolves on the CT side, already under some pressure, but as I said in the first match today on Mirage, the CTs are going for the retake play. Chris J gets one in the CT spawn, SMF with the refrag, Ligia with the refrag, and now it's Nico coming in from behind. He actually spots the CT way before. If he had played it unlucky, Nico could have been killed in this situation as well. But luckily for the terrorist, Nico gets himself the frag, and now Gobi wants to pick up a frag as well. Everybody on the squad has one, but sadly for Gobi, he goes down to a zillion. Mouzbot still win the pistol round with that very fast A execution. The CTs gave them free access to that part of the A bomb, so they stayed away in CT spawn over here. And they were pushed by Chris J, who came in together with his teammate, and they wreaked havoc over there in CT spawn. Didn't let the CTs come back to the A bomb site, and then it was basically over already. Now Mouz on a full B rush in the second round. It might be dangerous against the UMP in Hunden's hands. Well, that got removed really fast. 5-7 for Snappy and a Deagle for MSL. Still could be used to good effort and good results for the CTs. There is one MSL with the headshot onto Nico. I love those Deagle one-shots, I have to admit. Snappy with one of the 5-7. The Tapson and company try to keep themselves in the round, and together they will dispose of the rest of the CTs. 3 terrorists surviving. Gobi couldn't get his hands on a weapon, sadly for him. But the terrorists have enough money, they don't need to worry. 2-0 Copenhagen Wolves on a full save right now. Everybody with the stock equipment. And Mouse Sports with a spread out standard strategy. Gobi was first taking care of this department. Now look at the terrorists. An open B bomb site to take. And the CTs all around here. Nobody around the B bomb site. Copenhagen Wolves with the lengthy rotation, just trying to pick up a few frags, but the terrorists already cover every single angle. Nico takes down 2, really swift killing, then catches a headshot, but still manages to take out Hunden before he gets disposed of by Snappy. Snappy now tries to get to this weapon, but he messes up the strafe jump. And he probably won't make it to the AK anymore. Look at Gobi, as if he was just jumping from target to target. gets himself the fast Tech 9 frags. 3-0. Copenhagen Wolves on the first rifle round on the CT side. They need to pick it up. There is no way around that. If Mousesports win this rifle round, CTs would need to save again, and they would be back to scratch. FAMAS for SMF, Hunden with a FAMAS as well. Not the strongest rifle setup on the terrace either, with a Tech 9 for Gobi, who goes down to a Zillion already. The terrorists still on the look for their first frag. 2 players in front of the A bomb site and 2 inside B. Inside B apartments. SMF with a swift kill onto Chris J. Didn't even respond, but Chris J of course was scoped up. Probably didn't expect SMF to be around there. Snappy takes out Liggett. 2v5. Mousesports quickly losing ground against the CTs right here in this matchup. Now, if SMF and Hunden could get their hands onto a case, it would actually benefit the CTs in the next rounds. But first off, win the round. Then you can worry about stuff like that. Tapson and Nico still in the round, and they performed really well on Cobble. Especially Tapson and of course Nico, the young talent from Bosnia. No need to waste any words about that. Snappy and MSL will close out the rest. Make it 3-1. Copenhagen Wolves with the first rifle round on the board. And now Mousesports feeling the pressure rise. They know that 5 rounds on a terrorist side would be perfect. Maybe even 6. 6 would be even more perfect if there is something like being more perfect. And the first rifle round would be a huge asset for them, especially as they would have forced the CTs on a save. They almost would have won the game already if you jump to conclusions early. Now that they are up against another rifle round, they have to struggle a little bit, and Chris J gets the first frag from A apartments. Good shot there onto his counterpart from Denmark. And the rest of the Mousesports squad execute on the B bomb site. MSL is coming in from B short, but Gobi already disposed of Hunden as MSL gets 2 headshots onto Gobi and Thompson. I don't know what he did, but they were lined up perfectly. The bullet didn't even need to travel any inches, but Nico quickly takes out the 2 remaining CTs. Hunden had a really good, MSL had a really good shot at drawing it back from B short. Sadly for him, the rest of his teammates were killed way too fast, so they couldn't recover control of the B bomb site, and Mousesports win 1 round after giving away 1. And the CTs are back on a save round. This time they don't need to double save, however, so they kind of kept themselves in the game by winning the round before the previous round. Now Gobi on the B opener, gets himself the headshot onto Snappy, has spotted Hunden already. He's on the hunt for some more, but he's aware of the fact that there could be an ambush from any angle right now, so he checks every corner. In the meantime, SMF takes out Ligia on the A bomb site. Kind of an awkward spray by Ligia over there. SMF gets the AK, and he will try to get as many people removed from the terrorist side right now as possible, as every frag counts on the economy right now. But of course the lack of armor makes his aim go all around the place, all over the place, and Nico has an easy time to take him out after the first tag. 5-1. Copenhagen Wolves back on rifles, and they afford the AWP for Snappy, FAMAS for SMF, so they can get that rifle in the hands of their, well, maybe new player, but he's certainly standing in for Freeze. That Freeze got removed from the squad. Now Copenhagen Wolves on that CT side, they need to figure out how to keep Mousesports from doing what they are doing right now, and this is basically just getting an early frag and then heading towards 1 bomb site, but you know, not really difficult strategies or something like that, just looking like an eco push basically, but with rifles and with a 4-man stack on 1 bomb site. It's basically deemed to be successful. So that's the basic strategy that Mousesports is running at the moment, and they have that early frag once again. They have weakened 1 bomb site, and they are aware of the CT struggle to keep everything distributed evenly and to keep everything covered as Snappy takes out Christian after being tagged down to 17 HP. Once again, Mouseboards figure out where the weakness is and they just run into the bomb site together. Nobody actually flashes out, nobody does anything special, they just get the frag. They have Nico hanging out in the middle and together they will dispose of the rest if they show up. Nico now actually gets flashed. SMF and the Cillian still trying to get him killed, and they do that in the end. But the terrorists already know where the CTs are at, and GOCL is eager to get those rifles removed from the CTs. But he doesn't exactly know where they are, and they are in a apartment. He now should have figured out. If he goes around the corner, he spots that. Heads up play by GOCL to fake going around the corner, showing his barrel. And actually not entering that. Now he's entering too fast and the Cillian gets that frag, holds onto the rifle. The CTs at least have two players that can do something about the terrorist advances. And they actually drop for each other and completely force it up. They have 3 FAMASs and a P250. Even though they couldn't even make it with decent rifles, they now go for a really weak buy round on the CT side. But they have the chances on their side with 2 early frags by SMF and Snappy. Good heads up play by Copenhagen Wolves. They realize they don't have anything to lose anymore in this half. So why not go for this awkward buy and then go for the outward aggression. And it paid off. Snappy in the underpass and SMF over at the A bomb set, I believe, or middle even. SMF with a second frag onto GOCL. 2v5. Ligia and Tapson are working on the same bomb set, but they are separated from each other and they can't actually get that refrag depending on the angle that they are in. For example, a Cillian could take down Tapson and Ligia could do nothing about that, and that's what's happening. Ligia now goes into the A bomb site. He takes down Snappy. But the Cillian already knows where he's at and he's quick to get that frag. 6-2. Copenhagen Wolves did everything right in this round, realizing what they had to lose and what they didn't have to lose. They namely had to lose nothing, and that's what made them win that round in the end. That's the same case, you know, when people suddenly win eco rounds more likely than they do in the rifle rounds, because they just don't care about the eco rounds as much as they do about the rifle rounds, and sometimes not caring actually makes you play better or makes you play more unexpected. And doing the unexpected gives you unexpected kills, like MSL just did onto Nico. Look at that, raining bullets from above. Nico was not having his umbrella with him, and he fell down into 6 feet below. 6-2 still. Copenhagen Wolves trying to get back into this match, into this second map. They have won the first map 16-13, if I'm right. Was it 16-13? Sorry for that. Mouseboards still with those 4 players. They waste a lot of time sneaking around the map, but they don't want to be heard by the CTs before they can actually execute on the B bomb site. And once again, they're going in for that 4-man stack on the B bomb site. This time they are on the receiving end. Ligia and Chris J try to fight their way out, but MSL is still behind the bench in this position that some people call Forest. Ligia will kill him in the end and make it a 1v2, but it's 12 seconds on the clock. He has the bomb, he needs to put it down. He smokes himself off, and the CTs are not overextending. They are staying back and trying to work together and not be caught in a 1v1 situation and another 1v1 situation. That's of course a crucial mistake that some teams make, and a Cillian will not make this mistake. He will go in, get the frag, and leave the bomb to be defused by SMF, while a Cillian tries to salvage as much equipment as he can. Picks up an AWP, AK for SMF, and defuse kits and flash grenades all over the place. Copenhagen Wolves with a 3rd round on the board. Let's check out the scoreboard. And the frags are more or less evenly distributed. through the two squads. Only Hunden is lacking behind with 2 frags only. On the other side, we have Ligia with 5. The Mousebots have 6 rounds on the board already. 6 out of 9 is a huge number for the terrorists to start off with. And even though Chris J gets scared away by that Molotov cocktail, the German squad is feeling very confident right now. SMF with a double spray, but Chris J is coming in from behind, removes that rifle from the occasion. As MSL gets spotted from afar by GOCL. GOCL is not able to get that frag in time. MSA gets out alive with Snappy with 4 HP, MSL with 47. Capson still in the fight, 32 remaining for him. And he's in the crossfire on the A bomb site, trying to get out of that, but Snappy will not let him do that. 6-4 Copenhagen Wolves back in the game. And I wanted to say that Mousebots don't actually need to pick up a single round of those that are left. They can lean back and even let Copenhagen Wolves make it 9-6. It doesn't actually matter too much. They have done their job already. They have worked hard for those 6 rounds, and they are rewarded with a somewhat easier remainder of the first half. Now GOCL gets stinged straight away by Snappy in middle. The rest of the Mousebots squad will just head to the B bomb site, trying to get as many frags and go in for the fast plant. And somehow it's only Tapsin. He's being pushed from behind as well. He will turn around, but Snappy is there. 2 frags for him. Copenhagen Wolves on a roll right now. 4 rounds for them. And it was all due to that weird spy round that they went for. And I kind of criticized them for that. I'm sorry for that. In hindsight, it was the right decision to make. But now let's see what Mousebots and their decision will give them. Hunden and Snappy, you give 2 quick frags to Mousebots, and Asilian with another one. Make it 5-1 situation. Nico is up in the apartments, but he doesn't have a room, so he gets thrown out by Hunden's headshot. 6-6. Copenhagen Wolves draw the game, and Mousebots let them get there, basically. They are now back on their awkward buy rounds. I know I should be hesitating with calling rounds awkward and awkward buy rounds, but it definitely didn't work out on Cobble. Now Mousebots goes for those 3 AK and 2 Tech 9 buy rounds on Mirage. Let's see if they can do it. GOCL doesn't check the crucial corner. Asilian is there, takes him out. MSL with another one in the meantime. Nico disposed of SMF. And Nico with another one. Tapson with another one. The AKs definitely did their job. Chris J with one as well in middle. Stalling the CT's retake. And Snappy makes it a 1v2. Keeping his team alive in this round. Even though he's alone, he can potentially make it. Nico is getting closer and closer. He wants to go for the straight approach. Snappy still takes out Tapson. A stellar shot by him. But Nico is there. It's way too close. Snappy couldn't recover. And Mousebots have another round on the board. 7 for them. They must be feeling really happy, especially as they won their 7th round with only 3 AKs, which didn't make Copenhagen Wolves look too good. But the A bomb site is of course a place that frag trading is crucial. Now the CT's on the outright aggressive move on the middle. They get 1 frag and they get traded with that as well. But Nico just opens up on the B bomb site with his headshot onto Hunden. Forces the CTs on a rotation, and Chris J with a patient move, taking out MSL on the rotation, making it a 2v3. Now Nico spots himself one. Patient play by Nico as well, going for the 1 second 1 shot approach with the AK, making it 8-6 for Mousebots. And once again, they are back to their basic strategy. They get a frag somewhere and they just head to one of the bomb sites with all their strength and all their players. Now, crucial in the previous round was the 3-man CT push in middle. And it didn't pay off for Copenhagen Wolves, and on top of that, they kind of exposed their B bomb site, and Mouse was quick to take it and quick to plant the bomb over there as well. Now GOCL with that first frag against MSL, making it a 4v5. The CTs only have 2 players remaining in the A bomb site. SMF still gets a headshot onto Legia. Nico though with the refrag. And now it's a Cillian against Nico as Cillian comes out on top of that. Chris J though takes him out with the AWP. Once again trading blows back and forth on the A bomb site. The CTs come out on the lower end. Snappy however draws it back to a 2v2 before tabseN takes out Hunden. And Snappy is once again left in a 1v2. This time it will be tabseN and GOCL. Last time it was tabseN and Chris J, if I remember correctly. And they will move around each other. tabseN takes out Snappy straight away. Good job by him avoiding the direct approach, hiding away a little bit. So 15 frags for Snappy, 12 frags for Cillian. On the other side we have 16 for Nico and 10 for tabseN. Really good score for Mouse, 9-6 in the first half. Looking great for them. And the Germans now start off on the CT side. It is considered to be the easier one. But as you can see, sometimes teams start off with the pistol, then they have 3 rounds in the bag already. Then they force their opponents into a bad economical situation, and suddenly the momentum shifts around and the map's mechanics get turned on its head. Mouse now on the CT side. As I said, Copenhagen Wolves with a 5-man stack on the A bomb site. They will smoke and flash out together, and they will go for the bomb plant as fast as possible. They are there. tabseN has one under his pressure already. USPS to the head of SMF, but he can't get the second frag. Now Snappy with that shot, finally disposing of tabseN. It's still a 4v4, and the CTs are all over the place, but the terrorists somehow keep them out of the A bomb site. They are thinking about planting, but Hunden reconsiders, and maybe that was too long. Nico gets in with a P2000. Oh my god, Nico with 3 headshots onto Copenhagen Wolves. And even though Hunden was right to reconsider and take another look into CT spawn, he waited too long. Nico was there, and Nico doesn't need 2 chances to take off your head, as he has shown already with the P2000. He just needs 3 players in front of him, 3 clicks, 3 frags. It's as easy as that. Mouse with a knife, with a pistol round on the board. P90 for Legia, FAMAS for tabseN and GOCL, a scout for Chris J. And on the other side we have Tech 9s for everyone on the terrorist squad. And they will go for that same A execution again. Hunden gets a first. Nico through the smoke, puts one down. Then Legia gets one, but MSL and SMF. MSL with a second one in connector, shifting the momentum around. Chris J is now alone against 3 terrorists, and they all have rifles in their hands. Chris J in the smoke, but SMF has him spotted and killed just in the same moment. 7-10. Copenhagen Wolves win the second round. And Mouse need to invest more money into those second rounds, or try to get better weaponry or better positions for the weapons, or they need to do something else. They need to win that. They can't afford to repeatedly give away second rounds to the other squad. Now Copenhagen Wolves on a roll, and they head to the B bomb site straight away. Only 1 CT in there. It is Chris J with a deagle. I almost called it AWP, as it feels like an AWP sometimes with those one shots. Nico takes out GOCL and SMF with 1 shot, and it's tabseN and Legia left alone. tabseN misses his deagle shot. Legia picks up an M4A1 against 3 terrorists. He's surrounded already and spotted and taken out. Copenhagen Wolves survived the scare. Mouse was about to get back into this game. If Nico didn't take out GOCL with that scout, might have turned out differently. But now Mouse on another save round. Copenhagen Wolves will close the gap to, probably close the gap to a 9-10 scoreline. Ligia looking for information, looking for positions as the terrorists make their way into the A bomb site. Tapson goes for the smoke shots, but Asilian just fires into the smoke, blindly finding the kill. MSL with 2 nice frags. He's really performing well today. Chris J is the last man standing against 5 terrorists, and SMF with those luck shots. Well, it wasn't entirely luck, but it was guessing and skill combined. 9-10 Mouseboards on the rifles. Let's see what they can do in this crucial round for the outcome of this match. The Danish squad, of course, looking to draw it right now, and they leave the bomb behind, while the rest of the squad will make it to the underpass. The CT send 2 players into B apartments, and they leave 3 over at the A bomb site, leaving middle up for grabs. Nico will head there, try to get control, and he catches one with a nade in his hands. It was snappy going down to Nico. Mouseboards in a better start, but Nico reloads his weapon in the wrong moment. Copenhagen Wolves with a swift move equalize it, send 2 players into connected to get that frag, and now it's Mouseboards back on their heels. 2 players on A, separated from their squad members. Goppy needs to get that frag. He puts down MSL, but he's not aware of where the other terrorists are, and they are still smoked off from the A bomb site, so they will most likely head to B with 40 seconds on the clock. Liga needs to get into a good position to defend himself from the terrorists, and he's going out into the open, taking nothing, and in fact, SMF takes him down with a straight headshot. Tapson with a refrag makes it a 2v2. Goppy is a little slow to close the gap to his teammate. And as SMF throws the nade, Tapson comes in. Hunden puts down Goppy. It's Tapson's show. Hunden or Tapson. It is Hunden to win the round and make it 10-10. Copenhagen Wolves getting back into the match by scraping those rounds together. They didn't have the early frag. Mouseboards was ahead, and Copenhagen Wolves just overwhelmed the middle defender. It was Nico over there, and from that on, Copenhagen Wolves just abused their number advantage, or well, not necessarily there. It was a 4v4 after all, but they had the number advantage on the B bomb site, and Ligia was disposed of a little bit too quick, so the terrorists were allowed to plant the bomb way too fast. Now Asilian with his second frag of the round. Chris J with his second of the deagle. Nicely done by the Dutch player, keeping his team alive in this anti-eco round. Another one for Tapson, firing off onto Hunden, who didn't check the window. And it's very, very hard for Copenhagen Wolves right now to come back into the match, even though into this round, I should say, even though the CTs only have pistols and they didn't manage to pick up any rifles that were dropped. They still have 4 CTs to work against, and 1 deagle shot takes off almost half of your HP, so they can't only afford to see so many CTs in this round. Let's see what Goppy is doing with a P250. Oh, he's getting the headshot onto MSL. Now he's flanked by SMF, who then gets outflanked by Tapson, and a 1 shot by Tapson will make it happen. 11-10. Chris J with 2 deagle kills gets the chance for his team to get back on track on the CT side after giving away 4 rounds to the terrorists. Mouseboards finally back on the board. And of course, Mouseboards were the favorites, but Cobble was definitely not expected by them, as Copenhagen Wolves managed to catch them off guard and win that map 16-12. Silly now trying to go for the middle control. He spots 1 CT, but he's quickly scared off. Now Ligia is scared off as well. Mouseboards has the information, but they don't find the frags, and Goppy finds himself some damage right in the face. It's down to 22 HP, needs to watch out to not catch another nade. Nico, though, pulls it back for his CT squad members, puts down Asilian in middle. Copenhagen Wolves still in control of that part of the map, though. And MSL on a lengthy rotation. He might actually go to the apartments to get a better overlook on the A bomb site. Mouz though loses Nico in connector. Hannen just stomped him in the floor with his AK. MSL now on A main, peeking into CT spawn. It is Tabson over there, and Gobi is close by, behind those corners. Nobody expects Gobi to be there. MSL did miss him. Tabson on a peak, but goes down to MSL. Really good performance by MSL today. 3v4. MSL in control of the A bomb site together with his teammates. Hannen takes down Gobi, but Chris is moving in from behind. Hannen is now under some pressure. He's coming, or he's pressured by both directions. He doesn't get the frag onto Ligia, who's surviving with 27 HP. The CTs go for the defuse straight away. They have flashed everybody. They are not aware of the fact, but SMF gets that frag, and Chris J doesn't have a defuse kit yet. He picked it up just as he was going away from the bomb, and the bomb will blow up. Mouz Sports will lose the round, but what a retake attempt that was by Mouz Sports. Balls out play. Ligia and Chris J trying to make it happen over there in a 2v4 situation, and they drew it back to a 1v1 in the end. And if Chris J have had a defuse kit, he could have defused the bomb as well. Now Mouz under pressure again. They need to figure out how to keep Copenhagen Wolves from racking up round after round, and this is certainly not the way to go. Nico pushing through the smoke into the crosshair of SMF. The terrorists just needed to smoke off and wait for the CTs to emerge from the smoke, just trying to get something back onto the A bomb site, but it's not happening for Mouz Sports right now. Chris is the last man alive. He gets himself 2 frags, however, onto MSL and SMF. Then it's Snappy from the balcony. Good performance by him as well. 12-11. Copenhagen Wolves looking better and better. 6 rounds in this half already. Only 2 for Mouz Sports. And despite the good performance by Mouz Sports in the first half, they can't afford to give their massive lead of 9-6 on the terrorist side away to Copenhagen Wolves right now. Now Snappy facing off against Gobi in the A apartments. He gets that frag as well. Anti-eco round, of course, so not that big of a deal. But still a bummer for Mouz Sports. If they could upset their opponents once again, it would be crucial for them. And it would kickstart their momentum. Now it's looking like a safe 13-11 scoreline. And even a flawless, almost taken no damage for the terrorists. 20 frags for Snappy, 19 for Asilian. Now on the other side we have 22 for Nico. Just suppress the sneeze, sorry for that. And 18 for Chris J. Ligia still only has 8 frags. He needs to step it up if Mouz Sports wants to have a shot at winning this whole match. Now 3 players inside the A bomb site, Ligia and Gobi over at B. And the terrorists on their way to the B bomb site. Ligia will be the one to face them all in B short. And Gobi with a very hard position to defend himself. As soon as Ligia is down, Gobi is crammed into the place at the truck. And they will surely draw him out and flash him, and Gobi is actually burning to death. He doesn't even know he was flashed and standing in the flames. Didn't know where he was or what he was doing, and he was going down on Ligia, going into the same position, and he gets himself 2 amazingly good frags. Then it's Snappy in middle, taking it down to a 3v3. Ligia with support of Chris J, he stays alive a little longer, but Hannen makes it a 2v2. The bomb site is still not under control. Tabson and Chris J are in the kitchen. And they are not cooking. They are trying to figure out how to retake that bomb site. Chris J is already in there. And he's got an auto scope in his hands. Tabson is covering the other side of Chris J's back. Chris J needs to watch out to not expose himself too much. Snappy looking for the frag, and he finds himself the frag onto Chris J. Now the bomb goes down, and he spotted Tabson as well. And Snappy with 3 frags wins that round for Copenhagen Wolves. 14-11. Mouz Sports not looking good anymore, even though they won the first half 9-6 on the terrorist side. it looks like Copenhagen Wolves are just as strong on the terrorist side, even though the rounds were a little bit closer for Copenhagen Wolves than they have been for Mouse Sports. The rounds are what counts and not how many players are alive in the end. And we might have a small pause coming up, or just a lag. Copenhagen Wolves on the B go. They have fully committed to the side. Ligia is now standing alone inside there. He's flashing in. He's walking through the smoke, but actually Nico gets taken out. So Ligia is once again cut off from his squad. He still pushes through the smoke. Gets one. MSL cuts him down. And it's Snappy with one to supply his teammates with some covering fire from afar. Together they will make it 15-11. MSL with 3 kills. Really good performance by him, even though he's not on the top. 24 frags for Snappy and MSL with 21. On the other side, 22 for Nico and 20 for Chris J. Now Mouse Sports facing 4 match points for Copenhagen Wolves. Let's see what the Terrorists are up to. With Snappy in the AWP position. In the A apartments, finding that shot onto Chris J. Good job by him. Gobi with the refrag, however. Gobi with a second headshot. Gobi with a third headshot, making it a 2v3. Then he's taken out by MSL. Cillian at MSL. Now the last man standing against Ligia and Nico for Copenhagen Wolves to win the round. Cillian has that shot lined up onto Nico, who's in CT spawn. Cillian with another one right next to him. Nico goes to work on the Cillian, then MSL. MSL makes it a 1v1 again. 3 frags for him. Can he do it for his team? Can he win the match right now against Mouse Sports? Nico's jumping away. MSL is getting close and he's winning it for Copenhagen Wolves. Take it 2-0. The match is over and Copenhagen Wolves will win the best of 2 against Small Sports with 16-11 and 16-12.